Anybody ever thrown a rock at somebody in anger? Okay, probably just the guys. Right, all the men, yeah, once, why? I threw a rock once that I remember, and I threw it in anger. I mean, I threw it hard. It probably wasn't this big, because this might kill you. But I tell you why I don't know how big the rock was, because it was at night. You see, I was in the Army, and we were on what's called the bivouac, where we go out, and I think it means tent camping. The Army has all these sayings that I don't know exactly what they mean, and we were doing it. And we were engaged in war games for 3 nights. 3 nights we were battling other Americans so we could keep all Americans safe. And my unit got killed the first night in 5 minutes, right? My unit got gassed the second night, and my unit was captured the third night, and I'd had enough, because I'm a 3 on the Enneagram, and I want to win. I want to win. I don't care about protecting you. I just want to win. And I was frustrated, because in my unit, I had Gomer Pyle and Doofus McGee on my team, and I'd had it. And so we're trying to carry out the orders that we're given, and we're supposed to maintain silence. And so we communicate to each other with hand signs. But I can only communicate to you with hand signs if you're looking at me. I didn't want to get tear gassed. I didn't want to get captured. And I didn't want my little alarm to go, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead. And so Doofus McGee is not listening to what I'm saying because I'm in command, and he won't look at me. And in anger, I grab a rock and I throw it. And I missed. But I didn't miss everyone. I just missed the someone I was throwing at. And I hear a thud, and then I hear my commanding officer say, "Who threw the DAM rock?" I didn't mean to hit him, but I did. Isn't that amazing? That's why God doesn't want you throwing rocks, because a lot of times we hit the wrong person. Hit the wrong person. Oh my gosh. In anger, in a moment of rage, in a moment of stupidity, I picked up a rock, I chucked it, and now I'm like gonna go to military jail. I'm a fragile human being. Right? Number 2, write this down. You want to become less judgmental? Try to understand why. Why do you judge others? You're like, because people are stupid. Okay, well, why else? Why else? We judge people, here's the reality, who have sinned. The next time you're angry at people, just understand they're sinners. When you're just screaming at your 2-year-old, what's your problem? They're a sinner. They got it from you. You're raising them as a sinner. Right? We judge people who sin. Okay, did this woman sin in the story? Absolutely. If you didn't know, adultery is not a good thing. Adultery is a sin against your own soul. It affects your family. It affects your marriage. It affects everything around you. It is disastrous in terms of a life decision. It wrecks people. It destroys people. We judge people who sin. And there's some of you, you're like, well, I had this rock I didn't know what to do with, and she did it. She was caught. Whack, and we just throw it. But the problem is, we're sinners too. Which is why Jesus says, let he who is without sin throw the first stone. He doesn't get into a political argument about who's right and who's wrong. He does the exact opposite of what you do. We judge people who've sinned. And let me just say this, there is a right and there is a wrong. There are things that are clearly right and there are things that are clearly wrong. And some people will hurt you and will sin against you. Then there's those, next point, who've hurt us, right? Maybe it's your mom. Maybe it's your dad. Maybe it's your kids. Somebody that was supposed to protect you, they hurt you. And you just carry that rock around your whole life. Right? You just have it with you. Somebody who lied to you. Somebody who betrayed you. People who've hurt us. You say, well, I'm not a person who likes to hurt people, but they did it first. And then I think more and more in our culture, it's people who oppose us. people who think differently, people who believe differently, right? You know, you would never kill anybody unless they're a Democrat or unless they're Republican, unless they're for Trump or against Trump, right? And instantly, as Christians, the most important thing to us is no longer Jesus. It's either what's going to keep America great or what's going to unite America. And the problem is neither Trump nor Biden is the answer. But this is the problem.